This is a really exciting place to be, and everybody's been very, very positive about the whole experience.
I think it's great. It gives me a real buzz when I walk into the office.
So it's a very creative workspace.
It's a much better environment to work in.
The Southwood campus is Nokia's main site in the UK. In early 2008, there was an opportunity to bring teams previously located elsewhere in the UK together at Southwood. It also provided workplace resources with the opportunity to use the working environment to reinforce changes within Nokia, including the new Nokia values and more integrated ways of working. As Nokia makes the transition from a devices business to one that is more like an internet company, the way we work and the environments we work in must also evolve. With this in mind, the Southwood campus is being extensively renewed. In many office areas, the previous arrangement of desks is being replaced by a variety of different types of space designed to suit different styles of working. There are individual workstations, drop-in spaces, meeting rooms, collaboration areas and quiet workspaces, all arranged in an open configuration. The first area to transition was the UK markets area.
The relocation of the Nokia design team into the new Nokia Soho office actually presented an opportunity to enable workplace resources to refurbish space and accommodate the Nokia markets team at Southwood. So, working with Simon and his management team, we managed to develop a solution which worked for his team and which basically would enable his team to relocate into Southwood and relocate into refurbished space, which was more reflective of the new Nokia ways of working and the new Nokia organisation.
The new configuration has increased the number of available meeting rooms on the floor by a third. Many have been designed with coloured glass walls and visually striking artwork to brighten up the entire space. As well as meeting rooms, the space features phone booths or quiet rooms in which to take calls or to work in quiet. There are also semi-open meeting spaces for collaboration and discussion. These are available for ad hoc use for informal meetings. A semi-transparent wall defines the space. It's a flexible, efficient use of space that enables teams to work better together. Specific teams tend to gather in certain areas or neighbourhoods. However, they don't have boundaries and employees are free to work in any unassigned space.
Having an office hub where people want to be and can communicate very easily, can create ad hoc meetings at the drop of a hat whenever they want to, with space where they can sit next to people that they're involved in at a given day or a given hour, means that the whole communication process works a lot more effectively. We've seen a reduction in email, we've seen the ability to make decisions faster as a result of the office move, and we've seen a workforce which generally feel more open and more informed about what's happening both internally and externally.
The UK management team works at a shared table in the middle of the area to encourage openness and break down the barriers of hierarchy.
Well, I love the kitchen table. So that's the big table we put in the middle, which on a Monday is for the management team. And it's just great because previously we noticed as a management team, we had some of our best conversations when we had the leadership team meeting, when we had a chance to talk to each other. But now we're always in the same space on a Monday morning. We're all able to catch up.
Our physical workplace is also a valuable asset when it comes to expressing our unique company culture, brand and values to our visitors.
I think the UK markets area has become a fantastic place to showcase the Nokia brand, and I think additions like the bus stop and having some of the posters or point of sale material around the office in places that are shared and places that naturally a collective of people come together makes it much more relevant and centre front of mind than it might otherwise be, and I think that's been a great thing. I think our floor space in combination with the new atrium area has become a much more invigorating and great place to bring customers and visitors. For example, we had a journalist visit here quite recently and they were amazed at what a cool workplace we had. It was everything that they thought it was going to be, plus a bit more.
Our workplaces around the world can and should also demonstrate the Nokia values in action.
Yes, absolutely. Our workplaces can really demonstrate the Nokia values. I think particularly here at Southwood in our new markets floor, we've been able to engage all employees, engage our customers, and we now have employees that are working together in the different areas of a new workspace in achieving together and really bringing alive the Nokia values and way of working.
We also worked hard to engage employees during the design process and find out what they wanted from their workspace.
I think one of the really nice things about working in the group and how we all worked together was the fact that you had different people who represented different areas within the business. And then what was really nice is right at the very early stages, we all got to input into, well, what sort of environment would we all like to work in? So be it, from, do we want somewhere bright? Do we want somewhere, that feels like you bring a bit of the outdoors in? What sort of areas do we need to work in? So, going around each of the different teams, obviously everybody works very differently, but we could all put in whether what areas we felt were most important. We had our say, and because it was a collective group and this is how we wanted it to feel and this is how we wanted it to work, that quite a lot of the time the senior management team also obviously bought into that because this was the voice of the rest of the office.
Investing in a new workplace environment and developing new ways of working is also supported by a robust business case. There is a growing conviction that moving to a more open, more flexible way of working not only has a positive effect on Nokia employees, it's also in the best interests of Nokia as a company.
The market we're moving is moving quicker and quicker. With the added kind of value of services coming into our business portfolio, then you need to move very, very quickly with things, and the ability to hold a meeting instantaneously when you hear market information, to be able to communicate things as a group or in a very open format without having to pull people out of offices, makes things move much faster. We're certainly seeing that, and not only that, we're seeing increased effectiveness, and we're reducing the cost of the occupancy of the building that we take as well. So really it's a win-win all round.
We're going to refurbish the entire Southwood campus and not leave any area untouched. So I'm talking here about going not just within the core office areas, but also looking at reception and atrium areas, which obviously are key access points for members of the public and visitors, and also working through into not just the office environments but the R&D and lab environments, and try and develop a new way of working for Nokia, which hopefully we can roll out globally ultimately.
It's all part of the strategy to make Nokia the workplace of choice.